Hi guys. Hi there. Welcome. Come on in. It's Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages, and hey there. Hi guys. Come on in. I'm Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages, coming at you live from Dallas, Texas. And I just want to let you know that I'm happy that you're here. Let us know in the comments below where you're watching from tonight. Where in the world are you watching from? So let me know. I'm here in Dallas, Texas, and tonight I have some super fun fine motor activities that your kids are going to love. So, hey, Savannah's here from Delaware. Welcome. Wonderful. I love all these notifications Facebook gives me. Cindy's here from the Teaching Tribe. Yay. That's right. If you're here joining us tonight from the Teaching Tribe, you can use hashtag TTT to let us know that you're a member in the comments below, and I will look for you. Hey there. Lori from the Teaching Tribe is here. Lisa from Indiana. Nicole from Gettysburg. Awesome. Hi, Yuri from San Antonio. So, hey, do your kids need help with fine motor skills? Yeah, I'm thinking they might. So I have some super fun fine motor activities that you can incorporate into your classroom for, well, for right now, for whenever. Hey, Karen from the Teaching Tribe, welcome. Carly from Australia, Jillian from New York, Yvonne from Oklahoma. Wonderful. Come on in, guys. Hey, Mary's here from the Teaching Tribe. Hey, guys. I just want to welcome all of our new Teaching Tribe members. We had open enrollment. We were open for almost a week, and we had so many of you join. I'm so pleased to get to know you over there in the community, and we're starting our community engagement over there. Make sure you check the forums for those announcements, but I'm thrilled to have you all over there, and our first power hour in the Teaching Tribe will be this Thursday. Well, the first power hour for the new people who joined. It'll be for all the Teaching Tribe members. But anyway, if you're just joining us, the Teaching Tribe is my premium membership site for teachers just like you, teachers of preschool, pre-K, Head Start, kindergarten, in-home childcare, and more. And over in the Teaching Tribe, members have access 24/7 to all of the paid printables from Pre-K Pages, which is a $780 value, and it grows every single month. In addition to all the printables, we also have a supportive community of new and veteran teachers, a safe haven for asking and answering questions, judgment and drama free. That's what one of our new members said. She's so happy to be in a place that's judgment and drama free. I said, you're in the right place. And then, of course, we have two online trainings every month. Each one comes with a certificate of attendance for 1 hour. And our power hour, which is our webinar training with me, will be this Thursday, and we're going to be talking about science. There are 24, and this Thursday there'll be 25 videos waiting for you over in the Teaching Tribe. Our doors are closed to new members. We reached capacity Sunday night. We are at capacity right now. So the waiting list is ready and waiting for those of you who didn't get a chance to join. Put your name on the list. Tom will drop a link for you below. And the next time we have space, we will open the doors and notify you. Hey there, Liliana from Chile, Tanya from Canada, 52 and raining in Minnesota. 52, that's not too terribly bad. 52 Fahrenheit. For February in Minnesota. All right, guys. Hey, welcome everybody. I wanted to share a couple of things with you. So I have some fine motor activities, but also, I don't know about you, I have to just put this in here, mini erasers. Okay, so I did a broadcast last week about my addiction to Japanese erasers, right? But mini erasers are also very cool. I have a bunch. I don't know about you. I'll show you what they look like in case you're not familiar. So little mini erasers, you know what I'm talking about, right? So these are shamrocks. Inside that little bag I just showed you, there are shamrocks and leprechaun hats and, whoops, pots of gold and little little tiny rainbows. And these mini erasers are something that I have been using in my classroom for years and years and years, because you can easily change your manipulatives for counting, sorting, patterning, one-to-one correspondence, or whatever. You can change your manipulatives inexpensively. So there's 144 of these St. Patrick's Day erasers in a bag for $4 at Party City. That's where I bought them. This is what the label on the front said. So they were in Party City. If you go to the St. Patrick's Day aisle, they're there hanging on the wall. So I got 144 of those for $4, which I thought was a pretty good deal. So that brings me to, where do you keep all these erasers? So this weekend, Tom and I spent some time in the garage getting out all my mini erasers. And it was quite a chore, because I keep them in frosting containers, empty frosting containers, or I did, until I saw my friend Jennifer over at Simply Kinder. She had a genius storage idea for her mini erasers. So instead of me throwing them into these frosting containers and then throwing the frosting container into my thematic boxes, now I've done what Jennifer suggested, and Tom will drop a link to Jennifer's blog post about this, but I had to do this right away because I'm always digging for my mini erasers. So I'm going to flip it around and show it to you. Hold on. Can you see? This idea is from Jennifer from Simply Kinder. So I bought one of those little storage organizers, probably on Amazon. Yes, on Amazon for sure. And each drawer holds mini erasers, just like these that I got from Party City today. But you'll see that I ordered one, and I filled it like in 20 minutes, and I still have 6 containers filled with more mini erasers. And then I bought these at Party City, so now I definitely have to get another one so that I can store them. And what Jennifer did that I like, I haven't done it yet, is she took a mini eraser and she hot glued it to the front of each bin so you can really quickly see which ones you have. So I'll give you a peek in the bins, as I'm sure you're asking. So here are my gingerbread men. And where do you get these? The Dollar Spot, or the whatever they call the Dollar Spot now at Target, has a lot of these. You can find them there. Oriental Trading, Party City, whenever you have a holiday or anything, you just go to Party City and they have a lot of these erasers there. But Oriental Trading is where I got a lot of them. We saw those. I got a lot of Christmas ones. And Valentine's Day, they had those at the Dollar Spot. I know. And this is only half, Courtney. The bunnies, I've had different kinds of bunnies over the years. The colored ones are great for sorting and patterning. Dinosaurs, and you'll see I have more than one tray for a lot of them. Oh, there's my insects. I was wondering where those were. The flowers, I don't recommend these. The flowers are cute, but do you see how they have a stem? They just break off, and then you end up with just the top of the flower, which is fine, I guess, but I'm always finding the little ones on the floor. Ocean animals, zoo animals, some Texas ones that I got from a guy who makes erasers here in Texas. The donuts, they had at the Dollar Spot.
Maybe just describe some of the uses for...
So for mini erasers, I thought I would do a broadcast on the different things that I use them for, but primarily for math, counting, sorting, and patterning. So you pick them up at the Target Dollar Spot. Is there a group for your addiction to erasers? Yes, Di. I am addicted. Wait, how do I say it? My name is Vanessa Levin, and I'm an eraser addict. So yes, there is a group. So I use them in math, patterning, sorting, counting, one-to-one correspondence. I'll do a broadcast on different ways I use them, but I've used them for years and years and years. Some of these erasers are probably older than some of y'all's kids, of your own personal kids. So this idea is not my own. I got it from Jennifer from Simply Kinder, but this is also the way I store my Japanese erasers. And I did a broadcast about the Japanese erasers. Now, these are not for 2-year-olds because they're too small. So I would not use those with 2-year-olds. I want to thank Christy for sharing the broadcast. That's super cool. If you like these ideas, go ahead and hit the screen to let me know, or you can share, comment, like, whatever it is you would like to do. That would be so helpful. Laz says that her 6-year-old would like to join the Erasers Addiction group. I know, I was in Party City today to get these, and I found out that they have some Japanese erasers there for $0.25 a piece in their little party favor bins, but the party favor bins are like down on the floor because they're for little kids. So I sat down on the floor to dig through to find my Japanese erasers, not these, but different ones. So you can watch my Japanese eraser broadcast if you want to learn about those. But anyway, Japanese erasers are 3-dimensional erasers, like an apple that looks like an apple and things like that. If you go over to the Pre-K Pages Facebook page, you can watch all the broadcasts, all the different Facebook Live broadcasts that I've had. Okay, so I'm going to put you here on this little, there we go. All right, can you all see? Can you see my hand? There we go. Maybe it needs to go over this way a bit. How's that? No, that's worse. How's this? Okay, so these ideas I have tonight are super fun, fine motor activities, and they actually, if you use a different shape, you can do them for any theme or any season, whatever you want to do with them. So this is a shamrock, obviously, and now you can trace a shamrock cookie cutter. I got this, I think at Michael's, they have shamrock cookie cutters for like 99 cents, or they used to, or maybe it's Hobby Lobby. But you could totally, you're going to probably use these in your Play-Doh center. So whatever shape you want to use, you can use them to trace. So I traced this shamrock, and for fine motor, I have a confession to make. Do you want to hear my true confession? I hate glue sponges. I hate glue sponges because while they do keep kids from getting messy with glue, they don't provide kids the opportunities they need to develop these pressure squeezing skills. So when they are squeezing glue, okay, so this is gold glitter glue. So can you see what I'm doing here? When they are squeezing glue, and you'll see some kids make little teeny itty bitty dots. Those kids might have poor squeezing skills. They might not be able to feel the pressure. And then some kids are going to make giant blobs. Let me make a giant blob here. And that's okay too, because they are learning how to squeeze, how to control these muscles in their hand that are needed for eventually holding a pencil. So if we're not giving them opportunities to squeeze and feel the pressure and the resistance, they're not going to be able to feel the pressure when they're writing. And some kids will, you know how some kids write too hard and they rip through the paper, and others write too lightly and you can't see it and all that. They need these fine motor skills to be developed, and this is one way to do it. So this is really fun for kids to just go around and do little dots on the outline. You don't need a printable for this. Just trace some and trace them on some green paper and put them in your writing center or your art center or whatever center you want, and you can have your kids practice fine motor. Now, if you want to make this a math center, what I would do would be to give the kids a die, let them roll it, and then that's the number of squeezes, number of dots they have to put on their shape. So whatever shape you want it to be. So if they rolled a 3, then they would give 3 dots, and then they would give the dice to somebody else, they would roll, and that person would put those number of dots on his or her shamrock, and then when it came back around to me, I rolled it, I got a 2, and I would put 2 more dots. Does that make sense? So you can make a little math game out of it. But it's great practice for fine motor skills. So I'm not a proponent of the glue sponge. That's a true confession. Hashtag true confession. Hashtag. All right. So this is the gold glitter glue on an outline of a shamrock. Now, I used a shamrock stencil. And you don't need to have stencils, but I like them to put them in my art center for some kids who like them. And if it motivates them to pick up a pen, pencil, crayon, or whatever, then I think it's beneficial. So I use this stencil to make this shamrock, but you could also trace the shamrock cookie cutter if you wanted to as well. So that's the first one. And then the next one your kids are going to love. I found this book of stickers for $1. And whenever I find these sticker books for $1, I just grab a bunch because they're $1. And then I usually will cut the stickers pages into strips because I don't want to give each kid an entire page, just because they'll use the entire page. So what I would do would be to cut them into strips if you can, and then let the kids take the little ones and put them around the outline of the shamrock. And this is excellent fine motor practice. I'm an adult, and do you see how hard it is to get the sticker off? I am using all kinds of fine motor skills to do that. So you can't get this sticker off with one finger. I mean, they could try, and some will, but successfully get it off intact, it takes some skill. So peeling stickers off of the backing is a great fine motor skill. So they can take those stickers and go around the outline of the shamrock, just like we did with the glue. And of course, you can be extending oral language and vocabulary development as they do that by asking them, what are you doing? Why are you putting it there? How did you get that off of the how did you get that sticker off the back there? I saw that you used those fingers. You can say things like that. Get them talking, open-ended questions, things like that. So that's another one that you can do in any center, really. I usually put it as an open-ended thing in my art center, and I put all the materials to do it, and I let them decide what they want to do with it. Some kids want to try and cut it out. Hey, go for it. Some kids want to color it. Hey, go for it. Some kids want to put glue on top of it, stickers. Go for it. I'm all about whatever they want to do with the materials that I put there. Now, this next one, kids love this. This is a shamrock punch, paper punch, right? So sometimes you can find little ones in the Target dollar spot, and those are cool. I really like, though, if you get one of those coupons to your local craft store like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, AC Moore, get one of the big coupons and then just go in and buy one punch. They look at you crazy because no one ever goes in and buys one thing. But you can get, 40% off of one punch, because a punch like this is probably $7 or $8. But just buy one and then get that coupon. You can go back and get more when they have a sale. But these are great because kids have to push on the lever. The other ones that are smaller are a little more difficult. So here we got strips of paper. I just cut them into strips, and you don't even have to cut them into strips. And the kids push the paper in, so you've got hand and eye coordination going on. And then they push the punch, and most little kids will put it on the table and push down on top, and that's fine. That works for them. And then they can go through and they can punch out all these shamrocks. I have kids who will sit there and do this for an entire center time. And then when they're done, they've got a bunch of these little shamrocks. Do you see that? And then I tell them, well, what are you going to do with all your shamrocks? I don't know. Well, what could you do with them? I could put them in an envelope and take them to my mommy. Well, that's great. Why don't you count them all and then write the number on the front of the envelope? Oh, okay, they like that. Envelopes? Are you kidding me? Sure. What if you glued them? Could you glue them on something? Oh, look here. We can fold this piece of paper in half and make a card. And now you can glue the shamrocks onto the card. And I give them liquid glue, some white paper, whatever they want to do with the shamrocks. I find that most kids like to glue them, because then they're playing more with liquid glue, which is great. And it's open-ended. They do whatever they want with these babies. But it's all about developing those fine motor skills. Another thing you can do, oh, here's my stencil. Okay, so in one little tip about the stencils or tracing or whatever is if you use white copy paper and a watercolor marker and then you let them put liquid glue on it, it will run because of the liquid in the glue. So I like to use construction paper. I wouldn't give the kids the Sharpie, but I like to use construction paper because it doesn't do it as much. So it's a little better. These are the St. Patrick's Day erasers I got today at Party City. I mean, this is super simple. Now, instead of doing the dots or the stickers, now they're putting erasers on top of the shamrock outline. And every time, I'll never forget one time our math instructor, our math coordinator, somebody was complaining at one of our in-services one time, years ago, to the math coordinator that all of her required math activities took away from the time that she needed to spend teaching her kids fine motor skills. And our math instructor, she was a feisty gal, and she pulled out a bag of manipulatives like this, and she dumped them on the table, and she started picking them up. And as she picked each one up, she said, "What am I doing? What am I doing here?" And we were like, picking up erasers or manipulatives or whatever. She's like, "And every time I pick one up, what am I doing with my fingers?" And she was holding one of these up in our face, and we're like, "You're picking it up with your finger." She's like, "And you tell me that's not fine motor." It was almost like that movie, "You Can't Handle the Truth." It was just like that. So I always think of that whenever I have kids use erasers. But anyway, you can see they can just go and this is 144. So that's good for a small group. Now, the minute you put these out at a center, you put 144 out. And of course, you're usually going to do this in a small group with them. The end of the day, you'll have 140. And then the next day you'll have 136. So that's usually why they're only $4 for 144 of them. I usually buy 2, and that's how I ended up getting my eraser storage container full. So those are, oh, I have another one. Hold on, I almost forgot this one. I know I'm going to lose these erasers. Got to get another storage bin, Jennifer. Okay, so I have to clean up my space because that's just how I am. Oh, I also got these stamps. Look, there's a little leprechaun, a shamrock, a pot of gold, a hat. These are great for patterning in math. I'll do a little broadcast about them. Okay, here's the next one that I have. So this is styrofoam, and you might find some in your recycling bin or in boxes or something you might have laying around. But if you really want to, you can get them at the craft store. And then I have some wood golf tees. These are not sharp enough to do damage to much of anything. Maybe if you really tried hard, but general play and use, they're not that dangerous. I'm going to use this just as my template here. So what you can do with this is you can trace another shamrock on your green paper, and then you can invite the children to use this crab mallet. This is a crab mallet. It's wood. They can hammer the golf tees into the shamrock or whatever shape. So do you see how you could do this for anything, any season, any holiday? So you could do hearts. For Valentine's Day, you could do anything, right? Any shape that you want to make. Could you eat, whoops, that one didn't go in so well. Could you make letters of their name? Absolutely. You bet. They don't have to hammer it all the way down, but do you see how they have to use hand-eye coordination here? Fine motor skills. Awesome. They love this. What little kid do you know that doesn't love to hammer things? And a lot of you might do this with pumpkins in the fall, where they hammer golf tees into the pumpkin. So I have a blog post with all of these activities in there. So if you wanted to pin it, Tom will send or drop Sorry, I'm trying to get this. There we go. Tom will drop a link for you in the comments below to that blog post about all of the activities that I just shared. Yes, Rhonda, your boys would love those golf tees and those mallets. So I'm back. Hello. Let me see if I can go through the comments real quick. Oh, Christy says we do this with the golf tees and the hammer, and then they put marbles on top of the tees. That's great. Shapes, yes, Ashley, they could hammer shapes. I mean, whatever, right? Jennifer says, my kids love hammering in the golf tees. We hammer into soft chair foam, and then you can reuse it because the holes close up. That's cool, Jennifer. Let's see, I'm catching up. Yay, I'm glad you like it, Desiree. Yes, those wooden things that I showed are golf tees, you guys, they sell those in a lot of places. I think I got mine at Walmart, and we're just dropping the links for you there in case you want to see what they look like. Cutting in the strips. Yes, when I give them the little strips, it's just, I don't know about cutting paper into strips and giving it to kids, just gives them another medium, you know what I mean? Another choice, it's just another way to appeal to them. Oh, stamps, yes. Kids love stamps. Ink, yes. I'm glad you like it, Shelley. Do you change your art center daily or weekly? I tend to put out things and just leave them there until I see kids not using them as much anymore. And then if you go over and sit in the art center for just a couple minutes and start using those materials, they'll be their new favorites again. So I could leave them out there for a week, 2 weeks, a month. Let's see. Thank you for sharing, Ruth. I appreciate that. The little puncher. Yes, this little puncher that I showed you, the little shamrock punch, it can't hurt them. It's completely safe. There's no way they can get their fingers in there. It's completely safe, and they love them. My kids go to those punches and just they just eat them up. Seriously. For the kids who are reluctant to go to the art center or engage in activities that they might not feel comfortable with, they're completely hooked by the punches and the golf tees, and they have no idea they're doing something good for them. It's like sneaking the vegetables and the macaroni and cheese. Yes, Katie, I have a post with ideas for these same things for Valentine's Day. Yes. Yay. Oh, Lori, I'm glad your 3-year-old loves doing that with the stickers. A mini erasers crew. We can trade. I have thought about that, Sandy, because my Target only has right now one kind of mini eraser, and they have lots and lots of them. And I know that there's people out there whose Targets have a different kind of eraser, you know what I mean? So it would be like a little addiction group where we feed each other's addiction. The stickers I usually find at Walgreens or CVS for $1. And sometimes Michael's will have them as well. They used to have like a nice dollar section, and sometimes you can find stickers there. Not as much anymore. Let's see. I'm just catching up on the comments. Yay. Oh, yes. Rhonda has a great idea. She keeps her hearts out throughout March. The kids can create shamrocks from the 3 hearts. That's smart, Rhonda. I like that. Oh, Lindsay's an OT, and she says, thank you for actually having kids squeeze glue. Yeah, I'm just not a glue sponge fan. I am not. And if you haven't heard of what a glue sponge is, that's okay, because I don't like them. All right. Oh, hey, Angela. I did. Sandra says, did I find the milk or the OJ Japanese erasers? Sandra, I had a lot of luck. I did. So at Party City, I found a pig and an apple and an egg. I got the egg was at Target. I have like 10 new erasers, and I did find the milk, and I don't have the OJ yet, but I know where to get it. And I got the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I don't know why I wanted that, but I did. But I have a whole bunch of new Japanese erasers I'll share with you in another broadcast. Sandy says she needs to make things for the erasers. Yes, I'll do a broadcast on them. That's a good idea. How much does a collection like the St. Patty's Day one cost? Of erasers? That was $4 at Party City. I think that's what you asked. Courtney says she uses the mini erasers on 10 frames. Absolutely. You could use those mini erasers with my free printable Play-Doh counting mats. You could use them as the counters on my free printable St. Patrick's Day bingo games. Anything. Yes. All right. Jenna's here. She's a new Teaching Tribe member. All right. I think I'm caught up now. Coming down to the bottom. Here we go. Hey Tanya, you can learn all about my centers over on the blog Pre-K Pages, and there's a whole section. If you go to pre-kpages.com, it says Learning Centers. If you click on that, you can see all the centers and basically take a tour of the room. And then here on the Facebook page on the Videos tab, you can see all my past videos where I give tours of the room. Pam says her Target doesn't even have any erasers. I seriously want to call like the Target headquarters and say, hey, what day? I know each of those Target Dollar Spot boxes has a date on it, and the date on the front of the box is the stock buy date. That means it has to be on the shelves by a certain date. And if I only knew what the dates were, then I would know like when they won't be there anymore. Anyway. Sticker booklets at Michael's. Yes. Wonderful. Ooh, Brenda said she got the last package of eggs at Target. I got the last package at mine too. Oh, yes. Wonderful. Hey, guys, thanks a lot for watching. And I want to, again, welcome all the new members of the Teaching Tribe. The Teaching Tribe is my premium membership site for teachers just like you, teachers of preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, Head Start, in-home childcare, and more. And members have access 24/7 to all the paid printables from Pre-K Pages, which is a $780 value that grows every single month. And in addition to all those printables, we have a forum, a community, a safe haven for asking and answering questions where new and veteran teachers can network without any drama or worries. It's drama-free. And then we also have 2 trainings every month. Each one comes with a certificate of attendance for 1 hour. They're online, and they're called Power Hours and Office Hours. And we also have a book study going on over there. All right, so I'll write down that you all would like a mini eraser broadcast, and I will put that on my list of ideas for an upcoming broadcast. But I use them in my centers. Every single week I have a mini eraser activity. Ashley, the doors to the thank you for reminding me. I wasn't finished with my thought. The doors to the Teaching Tribe just closed. We were open for a week, and we have a lot of new members. We reached capacity, and now if you'd like to get on the waiting list, you can do that by signing up at the link that Tom has left for you below. And the next time we open up enrollment, then you'll be the first to know. All right. Thanks, Stephanie. All right, guys, I will see you. I have something going on Wednesday. I'm not sure I'm going to be live, but don't forget you can sign up for the text messages. So if I'm going to be live on Wednesday, you can, let me see if I can grab the text message thing. And I don't know if I'm forwards or backwards because I've been broadcasting a lot on my desktop, so I don't know if this shows up forwards or backwards for you. But if you would like to get a text whenever I go live, you can text 81010 and in the message box put at PREKPAG. And then every time I go live, you will get a text message. It's free and you can unsubscribe at any time. So if I'm going to be live Wednesday, you will be texted to let you know, to notify you. And so this is a regular scheduled broadcast every Monday and Wednesday. However, I do have something going on Wednesday afternoon. So in case I can't make it, check your text messages. All right. I was the right way? Okay, good. I don't know. All right, guys. I'll see you Wednesday, hopefully. Have a great night. Bye.